There's a lot of stories about Cars, the movies. Um, I've only seen the one. I've only seen the first Cars, so any references to two or three, I'm not gonna get. But what the heck? Just for fun, Cars 4. Oh, I've actually been given a not safe for work warning in advance here, so yeah. Okay. So we're skipping that one. I looked down at the categories just for like confirmation, and yeah, we can't do that one. All right. Oh, Cars: The Lost Beta movie. Now this one I might actually get. Oh my gosh, the very first sentence has an F bomb. Oh gosh. What the hell? Okay, this might actually be funny, but I'm gonna be making. Okay, I don't think there's any sex. Nothing about this says there's any sexual content. Like that's the one thing I want to avoid. I'm probably gonna be um rewording some of this story as I read it. But like I did skim through it. This one clearly was intentionally made to be stupid. So this one should be fun to mock. Because there's so many bad words in this story that there's absolutely no way that any of this could have been taken seriously. Sorry. Okay, so holy crap. What is this crap? Oh man. I'm like laughing looking at it, and I'm also like dreading the fact that I'm gonna have to read it in very, very different fashion. Okay. I will attempt to make this tolerable. Um all right, children, shut the heck up. It's time for yours truly to tell a terrifying tale of shoot, I don't know, just wanted to keep the alliteration going is all. Oh, yours truly to tell a terrifying yeah. I was a car repairman several years ago for Pixar employees. One of the higher ups, John Lasseter, who earned the nickname, I'm not going to read that, around the workplace after eating 20 specially made wiener shaped Twinkies in under a minute and 30 seconds. He also crafted a wiener out of chalk. The 90s was the best decade in the history of the world. What an opening paragraph that is. Like, that sets the tone perfectly. Like, if you're gonna make a stupid story, that's the kind of paragraph that sets the tone, like, right off the bat. Like, this is something for you to just laugh as a guilty pleasure. All right. He brought his car into my shop one day after Monsters Inc. had come out and said it was running funny. I did my usual inspection, checking tires, checking spark plugs, checking oil levels, power steering, the whole 9 yards, until I decided to start up the car to detect anything unusual. There was what sounded like plastic clanking around in the engine. I took another look in the engine, and there sat near the coolant tank was a musty VHS cassette tape. VHS and cassette tapes are completely different things. It said Cars on the label written in brown Crayola washable marker. Also, didn't Cars come out like after VHSs were done being fashionable? Why is there even a VHS of Cars? Well, honestly, that's fine because that just adds to the stupidity of the story. And like every single one of these stupid cartoon creepypastas, it's always a VHS. It's never a CD. Oh wait, is a CD? Oh, okay, the last one was actually a CD, so that one broke the mold. But most of these are VHSs. Okay, I thought it to be some kind of car showcase video, so I took it home with me. Big, big mistake. You will also hear that phrase a lot. I popped the VHS into my VCR and sat down in front of my idiot box with some Disney-themed fruit snacks and began this wonderful vehicular viewing. Little did I know that I was in for a shock that would resonate with me, sorry. Besides that one sentence that I highlighted, the grammar's been fine thus far. The first thing to pop up on screen was a note in white text on a black background that said, Cars, copyright 2001, Pixar Animation Studios, not to be viewed by the public. Oh, that's right, because this is called Cars, the Lost Beta movie. Oh, wait, actually, that makes more sense then. The VHS makes sense if it's a beta that was never actually made. Okay, so that makes a little more sense. So apparently this was a preview of an upcoming movie from Pixar about cars. I was indeed excited about this. The short opened with heavy breathing, focus, speed. I am speed. I'm faster than fast, quicker than quick. I am lightning. It then showed the protagonist of the soon-to-be franchise finishing up snorting something white and powdery. What the heck? They showed a character snorting cocaine. Okay, that starts off. That's like it was actually kind of grounded there for a couple of paragraphs, and then just like boom, instantly we get to something ridiculous like that. I like it. Okay. It then cut to Lightning McQueen, white powder still on his face, racing with other Formula cars. McQueen was designed a bit different in this compared to the final product to be released just 4.5 short years later. That is not a short amount of time, okay? I've been waiting a long time for Metroid Prime 4. Unrelated, but, you know. I do respect the team. Like, I'm sure they're going to make a great product. I have confidence in them. Okay. So he looked different than his final product to be released just 4.5 short years later. His shape was more boxy, and his racing number was 57 instead of 95. It was quickly gaining the first place spot when the antagonist, Chick Hicks, came up behind him. He also looked different. He had a more generic race car shape and a Hitler mustache-style grill. Wasn't that what he looked like in the original film? I don't know. It's been a long time since I saw Cars. He came up behind McQueen and pushed him, sending McQueen spinning out of control and tumbling down the track. Highly realistic car parts flying everywhere. Even car blood has to be highly realistic, apparently. Then getting run over by every single race car on the track. Oh gosh. The music that had been playing stopped as the dust settled, this scene now completely silent as the camera slowly pans in on McQueen's mangled body. He's still alive, but barely. He's moving slowly, shakily, trying to get up. Oddly, no one's coming to his aid at all, just letting McQueen sit in this crashed state, bleeding bloody blood everywhere. Bleeding bloody blood, oh gosh. Now, I'm pretty sure cars cannot bleed. Thank you for adding that comment. Thank you. However, they can't talk or move on their own or have any sentient capabilities either, so who am I to judge? Okay, this is what I was hoping for. This is the kind of story I wanted to see. This is good. It gets even freakier. After a cut to black, it cuts to McQueen in a hospital, surrounded by the cars from Radiator Springs. Sally, Mater, Doc Hudson, Luigi, Guido, Ramon, Flo, Red, and Lizzie, and sorry, I don't remember all that many characters from the movie. We're all at McQueen's bedside. He was dying from his previous injuries. His whole body was completely bent and dented. His spoiler was dangling off his body. Wait, what? What's a spoiler? I don't know that much about car anatomy either. One of his eyes was gouged out, and he had bitten his tongue in half during the crash. The animation was absolutely terrible here. It looked like it was animated by someone who had just learned how to use Autodesk Maya. I love it when they like drop a particular program down there just for no reason. It was choppy and robot-like. It's 2001, man. 3D animation was not that good in 2001, just regardless. Like even Ice Age. Like I watched Ice Age a couple of years ago, like just for the fun of it, and like even a movie that good, like I could still see the dating behind like the animation. So like got a little bit of slack. It was okay. It was choppy and robot like. The shading, lighting, texturing, and everything else was in perfect order. However, yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. So like the guy talks about how terrible the animation is, and then like lists basically everything that's important about animation. That's working fine, but like no, it sucks. Okay, this is good. This is good. Well, looks like this is the end, McQueen stated with a small, half-hearted chuckle. No one else spoke a word. Just watched as McQueen's life slowly started to fade away. You know something? If everything happened for a reason, and everyone has a purpose for living, then why am I sitting here taking my last breaths at my young age? If you think about it, I don't have any real purpose in this world, and what happened is a result of God weeding out the bad apples. So you see, God hasn't abandoned us, but he has certain ones that he hates. Why? I don't hold the answer to that question, nor does anyone else on this beautiful earth. I kind of forgot about the whole, religious aspect of creepypastas. Just, Lord Jesus, I'm sure you know, I am only quoting a stupid story. I am a Christian, but you know, I'll read it. Whatever the story's supposed to be stupid anyway, so you can't really take it too seriously. His human-like features begin to fade and turn into real-life car features that you and I call normal. One by one, as McQueen spoke, features began to transform or fade completely away. Enjoy your time on Earth, everybody, for it might not last as long as you may think. It cut to Sally, wearing a monocle and a wooden teeth, holding a Twinkie, listening to what McQueen had to say. A piece of paper with a heart with a crack down the middle appeared on McQueen's face as he continued. He began to speak in tongues. Oh gosh, it is getting religious. What sounded to be Yiddish mixed with a hint of German. Subtitle slides that were used in silent films appeared translating what he was speaking. It said, "Before I breathe my last breath, I want you all to know I have seen heaven and I have seen hell, and I know which one I'm going to." When the slide was done showing, it cut to McQueen again, having a piece of glass for his eyes, like a real-life car, and a grill instead of a mouth. It was still speaking, but it was muffled. He was holding a pine cone with googly eyes, a bow tie, and a top hat, which transformed into the Hebrew Bible. What is going on in this story? What? Pine cones? Oh wait, did I say pineapple? I misread that. Pine cone with googly eyes, a bow tie, and a top hat, turning into the Bible. What the? Okay, you got imagination, buddy. I'll give you that. Another slide appeared showing the words, "Goodbye, everyone. I am about to enter a new world of unending suffering and pain, much like in this realm, only many times worse." It then cut to McQueen again, but as a picture of a real-life version of McQueen pasted onto the hospital bed, much in the style of something from the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob. Hey, I know what he's talking about there. He had a Star of David etched onto the driver's side door and was what I think would be dead. Then Mater lets out a belch of sadness. It was the saddest, most heart-wrenching belch I had ever heard in my 39 years of life. Some more sandwich before it gets too cold. Oh gosh. Okay, it's about to get even more ridiculous. And I'm gonna have to make a lot of edits to it. It then faded to McQueen in hell, perfectly normal and intact. What followed was Satan himself and Lightning McQueen competing in a rap battle. What? This is good. What is this? Weird, since I thought Satan could just play a mean fiddle. I guess he got with the times. Oh gosh, this is good. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, this is what a Trollpasta is supposed to be. Satan was the first to go. Yo, I'm Satan, and I wish you luck. The word that rhymes with that is very, very bad. I'll just say that. Whoa, there was swearing in this tape. McQueen retorted with a rhyme of his own. You can't keep up the beat, can rhyme in time, but your rhymes are more sour than a lime. What? That's so bad. That's so bad. What the heck is this? This is some low-quality, crappy rapping. If this was Pixar's idea for two gangstas at spitting straight fire bars at each other, then they also probably think the Earth is round. Oh my god, this story's great. This story's so good. Pfft, idiots. Wow. Okay, this is good. I'm so glad that I did this. Oh my god. Oh man, I think I peaked too early. I don't know how this is gonna... I don't know how we're gonna top this story. Satan responded to McQueen's crappy rhyme with another crappy rhyme. My words are poetry, yours are booed. My rhymes are 5-star quality, yours are like fast food. Oh my god. The only thing about this scene that's worse than the rapping is the fact that several dead celebrities are in the background cheering after each line is dropped, including Tupac and Biggie Smalls. Oh my god, this is so good. This is so good. What the heck? Oh man, there's still a lot of... Oh my gosh, there's a lot of story left. This is just the gift that keeps on giving. Okay. McQueen responded with, surprise, surprise, another crappy rhyme. Shut the damn up. I'm not making that up. That's actually what was written on the story this time. Shut the damn up. My lyrics are fire. Yours aren't even worthy to lick the dog poop off my tires. I can't even get into a rhythm. This is just so good. The cheering from the onlookers were so loud after that last rhyme that my TV speakers started crackling. They cheered and cheered some more. More onlookers joining in on the cheering. More and more start cheering until nothing can be heard except white noise. Satan and McQueen's ears are now bleeding, but I couldn't tell if it was from the intense amount of cheering or just their piss poor rapping, or maybe it was the hecking worst beat ever coming from an old 90s boombox that was positioned between the two contestants. I am having a good Halloween. As I reached for the volume button on my television since the white noise was too loud, McQueen and Satan both turned and looked at the camera, out the television, at me, into my soul. They were crying tears of incredibly realistic blood and had razors for teeth. Yep, here we go again. Turn down that volume, and I'll turn up at your house. Geraldo Solomon Leopold Abete Giovanni III. That's supposed to be the narrator's name. Oh my gosh. Oh man, this is such a good Trollpasta. McQueen said in a menacing, demonic tone. How the heck did this tape know my name? I restrained myself from turning down the volume as the tape faded to black, then ended. I sat there for what seemed like 2 days, replaying everything I had seen in my head over and over again without ever getting up to go to the bathroom. Then I heard my doorbell ring. As I stood up to answer the door, all the fluid in my bladder that had built up from the past approximately 2 days immediately exited. my body, soaking my underwear and pants completely. I quickly ran to replace my soiled trousers and open the door. that it's such a necessary detail to add to the story. I don't even know why I'm even trying to critique it. Like, this is obviously meant to be stupid. It was John Lasseter, the guy I mentioned at the beginning. He had a crazed look on his face and was wearing a Hawaiian shirt with Twinkies on it. Okay, cool. I need that tape back, Lasseter sputted, spitting and salivating all over my brand new expensive antique rug that I spent several years of hard-earned car repair dollars to purchase. The writing is so good. Oh, man. Like, I'm just so glad that something like this exists. Because, like, it's a totally laughable and ridiculous story, but the grammar is fine. So, like, the fact that the grammar is fine means that nothing distracts me from just how stupid the story is. So this is great. I told him that I don't have a return policy, but I would oblige anyway, handing him a roll of duct tape and a tissue to wipe the retarded slupper off his chin. Oh my gosh. Ha ha, very funny, Lasseter cackled heartily. You and I both know what kind of tape we're talking about. Oh. Somehow that flew right over my head. He asked for a tape and he gave him tape. Not Scotch tape, not masking tape, not filament, electrical friction, or hockey, and certainly not expletive, 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 4 more duct tape. Like, emptied out every single swear word in the English dictionary, followed by duct tape. Basically. He handed me back the duct tape, and I went and grabbed some surgical tape. Dude, you were playing with fire. Lasseter became red as a beet and had several veins popping out of his sweaty head. I want that freaking VHS tape back, you little poop. Lasseter piled drive into me like a football player, knocking me down and rushing to my VCR. He pushed eject and waited patiently for the VHS to pop out. I snuck behind the television and unplugged the VCR, unbeknownst to Lasseter. He just sat there for several minutes, waiting for the VHS to come out of its VCR caging. I strolled into the kitchen and grabbed myself a delicious canned soda from the refrigerator and came back. Lasseter still seated perfectly in front of my videocassette recorder. I was almost done with my soda as Lasseter all of a sudden, in a fit of rage, picked up my VCR and smashed it against my big screen TV. My VCR was in bits and the VHS fell out. Lasseter grabbed it and ran out of my house faster than freaking Usain Bolt's butt. Yeah, I'm censoring a lot here. I started to feel kind of woozy, a little dizzy. My ears started to get hot and I suddenly passed out. Okay, we're almost done. When I awoke, I felt different, but I couldn't tell how. John Lasseter and the rest of the Pixar team was surrounding me. When they realized I awoke, Lasseter started speaking. So, how do you like your new body? Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. If this twist is what I think it is, then wow, this came out of absolutely nowhere. He held up a mirror for me to see myself. I was absolutely appalled. I was a car. Oh god, it is what I thought it was. What the crap? Oh my god. My eyes were the windshield, my mouth was the grill, my internals the engine. I screamed, but it was cut short by the realization that I sounded exactly like the famous actor Owen Wilson. What the hell did you do to me? I shouted. John told me that he had tampered with the drinks I had in my fridge before I drank the can of soda. I should have known not to drink from an already opened can of soda. Yeah, that's not the greatest idea in the world. Come on, Lightning McQueen, John said. We have a movie to make. I would like to close the story off by saying the Cars movies are not CGI. They're real. I played Lightning McQueen in the 3 Cars movies, and other tortured souls play the other characters. It could have easily been done in CGI, but John Lasseter and the entire Pixar crew are a bunch of sadists. I am writing this as I am attempting suicide by drinking Clorox. Goodbye, everyone. It was nice knowing you for the time it took you to listen to this story. Mom, Dad, I'm coming home. That was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Like I already said, the fact that the grammar was actually fine. See, like, a lot of Trollpastas intentionally write in really bad grammar because that's just what you expect from a creepypasta in general. But the fact that this wasn't... Sorry, still got a sandwich here. The fact that this was written properly, like I said, there was nothing to distract me from just how completely ridiculous this entire story was. This whole story was a complete and utter trip, and I loved it. Especially the rap battle. That was just beyond ridiculous. This is right up my alley. Like, I can't help but enjoy just completely out of left field nonsense like this. So whoever made this, I don't think it really... More often than not, these stories don't really have a listed author. They're just kind of anonymously written. But whoever you are, thank you for writing this story, because I got a huge kick out of it. That was great.